So we're doing a quick video on this, which is our client information sheet, and filling this out if you are calling your sphere and asking for referrals and they say that they might be thinking about buying a house. This is what it might look like. So we say, okay, great. Well, Mike, it's love to help you out with that. Tell me a little bit about the house that you're looking for. While they're talking, I'm going to go ahead and start filling out, starting with today's date, and then the source is the sphere. And I need to be able to write and listen and talk all at the same time. And I'm going to write down Mike Smith while I'm chatting with him, and make sure that I've got their phone number. Sometimes I might need to come back and fill those things out as I'm going. But I'll say, great, so what areas are you looking to buy in? And they're going to tell me, oh, hey, we're kind of South Hill, maybe the Valley, Northwest side. I'll say, okay, great. Any other areas? No, that's it. Okay, great. So as far as the price range goes, do you have a high price or a low price in mind? And I say, well, I want to buy as cheap as possible, but probably as high as I would want to go up to is about 200,000. So I'm going to just write 200,000. Okay, so 200,000, and then based on what you're looking at, is there a low price you have in mind? Oh, probably 150. We don't want to buy anything that's a fixer and in those areas, and we need a lot of bedrooms, and I'd write that down. Okay, perfect. So as far as bedrooms, bathrooms, garage, tell me what's important to you. How many bedrooms would you need? What would be a minimum? They said, well, we definitely need at least 3 bedrooms. And I say, okay, great. And how many bathrooms? They go, well, we need 3 bathrooms for sure. And I said, okay, well, tell me about that. Why is 3 bathrooms important to you? Because that stands out as maybe as something different. And so they said, well, we've got me and my wife, and then I've got 2 girls and a boy. So between them, they all need, definitely need 3. And I say, okay, great. So how important is a garage for you? Do you absolutely have to have a garage, or is that something that you could build? Or if there was parking off the street? And they said, no, we definitely need a 2-car garage. I said, okay, great, 2 cars. So if a 1-car garage came up, but the house was perfect, would you want me to skip it, or would you still want me to show it to you? And they say, well, I'd want to see it if the house was perfect. And I say, okay, great. And the reason I ask that is because I don't want to miss that perfect house. So if it did come up, but it didn't have a garage at all, would you want to see it? Okay, sure, I'd build a garage. And I said, okay, perfect. So ideally, we'd have a garage, but that's not a must-have. So I'm going to put down garage, and I would like to have. Any must-haves that are important to you? Like, gosh, some people might say, hey, I need a big open kitchen. We wouldn't even look at it if it's not, or anything that's really important in the house for you. And they say, well, we really don't like ranchers. I say, okay, great. So if there was so this is under can't have. So if there was a great rancher that came up that matched what you're looking for, and had everything that was important to you, but it was a rancher, would you not want me to show it to you? Yeah, we hate ranchers. We don't want them. Okay, great. So then I'm going to write rancher down there under can't have. Okay, anything else that's important to you that you can't have? Well, we don't want to be on an arterial. We don't want to be on a busy street. So I might write that down. Arterial. And then any must-haves, any things that are really important to you. Yeah, we want a great room concept. And I'd say, okay, great. So if I found a great house that was remodeled and really hot deal, it had a big shop and garage and 3 bedroom, 3 bath, but it didn't have a great room concept, would you want to see it? Even if the kitchen was closed off to the living and dining, would you still want to see it? No, that's something really important to us. Okay, great. So that would be a must-have. If they say, well, we still want to see it, but really we do want the great room, but if it didn't have that, maybe you go, okay. And I'd say, okay, well, this is actually, I would like to have. And then how about the amount of work that you're willing to do? Are you willing to do any fix-up work? And they go, yeah, sure, we'd fix it up if we needed to. Okay, great. So what amount of work would you want to do? Would it be just paint, carpet, or would you be willing to replace a roof? How much work? And they're going to tell you, fill that out. Okay, great. Anything else about the style of home that's important to you? Era of when the home was built, turn of the century, mid-century, newer construction, craftsman, or split level, whatever those things are, we're going to fill out for style of home. And then, hey, Mike, I forgot to ask you, do you own the home that you live in, or do you rent right now? We own it. Okay, great. So is your house on the market? So we're going to say yes or no. And then if they rent, Then we're going to circle rent, and we're going to say, great, so how many months are left on your lease? Well, we're in a month-to-month, or we have 6 months left, whatever that is, we'll fill it out. Okay, perfect. Well, I tell you what, Mike, after going through this, I think I've got a decent feel for what you're looking for. What I'd love to do is sit down with you and go over the homes that are on the market and kind of get a better feel side by side. Would that be okay with you if we could sit down for a little bit? And then we'll set up an appointment, meet them at the office. But this is just a good starting point for you. We'll dive more in depth going through LP Mama. This is a good starting point for you as far as what you need to do to just get some basic info on this, calling your sphere and filling this out. And like I said, we'll dive more in depth later on.